Okay, hello, Ram. I'm going to go through the next 5 sentences of the book and translate them in English, and then give you a brief summary of what those 5 sentences were about. So to start off, I'll show you the book. So here we go. Oh my. So our 5 sentences are gonna be in the second paragraph right here, or this paragraph right here. So I'm gonna read it first and then I'll translate them. Muchas personas en el Caribe hablan de las aventuras violentas de Henry y sus piratas. Henry celebra muchas victorias. Él es muy famoso y muy rico. Tiene mucha plata y una casa en Jamaica. Pero no es suficiente. Henry quiere más plata. And the word plata right there has a little 2 on it. And if you scroll down, the 2 means silver. So plata means silver. So now we're going to translate them. So the first sentence was, hold on a second. The first sentence was this. So, muchas personas. You can't see the word. Okay, sorry. Muchas personas en el Caribe hablan de las aventuras violentas de Henry y sus piratas. This is a little long, but it's not that hard. So, start off, muchas personas means a lot of. Muchas personas is people. A lot of people, muchas personas. NL means in, the. Caribe is Caribbean. Hablan is from the word hablar, which means to talk, and it's conjugated in the third person plural form because it's talking about the muchas personas. So a lot of people in the Caribbean talk de las aventuras. De means of. Las aventuras looks like the English word for adventure. So it's adventure. Talk of the adventures. And it's adventures, plural, because it's aventuras. Las aventuras violentas. Oh, wait a second. Let's finish the sentence. Las aventuras violentas. The violentas means violent, which looks like the English word, and it's describing aventuras. In Spanish, the descriptive word or the adjective is after the subject. So they're describing the adventures as being violent. So in English, we flip it and put the adjective first. So we would say violent adventures. So, of the violent adventures, de las aventuras violentas. Another day, which means of, Henry y sus, I think it's sus, right? Yeah, sus piratas. Of Henry and, y means and, su means his, piratas means pirates. A lot of people in the Caribbean talk of the violent adventures of Henry and his pirates. So, muchas personas, a lot of people, NL, in the Caribe, Caribbean, hablan, talk, de las, of the, aventuras violentas, violent adventures, de Henry, of Henry, y sus piratas, and his pirates. So that's the first sentence. That is the hardest sentence of the total 5 sentences. So the rest of them are pretty easy. Okay, so let me erase this. And then the next sentence is, Henry celebra muchas victorias. So Henry is Henry. Celebra looks like the word to celebrate. The infinitive form, or the unconjugated form, is celebrar, and it's conjugated in the third person, singular for Henry, so it's celebrate. Henry celebrates. Muchas, a lot of. Victorias looks like the English word victory, and it's plural, so it'd be victories. So Henry celebrates a lot of victories. And that's it for that sentence. It's pretty easy. Henry is Henry. Celebrar is the verb. Celebrar is from the verb celebrar, which means to celebrate. Henry celebrates. Muchas victorias, a lot of victories. Okay, that's the second sentence. 3 more to go. The next sentence is also, it's very similar to that one in terms of size. Él es muy famoso y rico. So whenever we have L with an accent mark, that's referring to he. Usually when we have L, we say like El gato or something, where it's like the cat. Whenever you put, that's not how you spell cat. Whenever you put an accent mark, that turns into he. So that's why, in this case, it's he. Should be capital. Is, S is. Muy is very. Famoso looks like the English word, which is famous. And, E is and. Rico means rich. So it kind of looks like the English word, rico and rich. So El, he. Es is. Muy, very. Famoso, famous. Y, and. Rico, rich. He is very famous and rich. Él es muy famoso y rico. And the he is referring to Henry in the story. That's who he is referring to. So that's the third sentence. The next sentence is a little longer, but not too much. Tiene, can you see that? Yeah, okay. Tiene mucha, plata y una casa en Jamaica. I don't know how to pronounce Jamaica with a Spanish accent, so I'm just going to say Jamaica. Pero no es suficiente. It's a little longer, but not too hard. Tiene comes from the verb tener, which means to have. So, and it's conjugated in third person singular, which means it's he. So he has, and he again is referring to Henry. I'm going to erase that because we might not have room. He has mucho, a lot of. Plata, we saw from like the plata thing that plata equals silver. So plata means silver. A lot of silver. Y, and una casa. Una is a, casa is house. I think you probably already know that. En Jamaica. In Jamaica. Comma. Pero means but. No is no, or but Let's finish the whole sentence and then we'll translate in English. Pero no es suficiente. But not is sufficient. Suficiente looks like sufficient in English. That's what it is. So we would have to translate this in a way where it makes sense in English. But not is sufficient. So we would switch the is and not. And is referring to he. So in English we would reiterate the he. But he is, and then not sufficient. And, oh, just kidding. Forget what I said. The is not reiterating he, it's reiterating the stuff that he has. So the stuff is the it. So, but it is not sufficient. That makes more sense. So he's saying that he has a lot of silver and a house in Jamaica, but it is not sufficient. So Henry Morgan's not satisfied with what he has. Tiene is he. Tiene is he has. Mucha plata is a lot of silver. And is y. Una is a. Casa is house. And Jamaica in Jamaica. Pero, but, pero, but, it is not, no es, suficiente, sufficient. So he has a lot of silver and a house in Jamaica, but it is not sufficient. So that's the fourth sentence. And the last sentence is really easy. Kind of like the second and third one. It's not that long. The last sentence says, Henry quiere más, with an accent, plata. And that's it. So it's pretty easy. You don't really have to break it down. Henry is Henry. Quiere is from the verb querer, which means to want. And it's conjugated in the third person form, which is in agreement with Henry. So Henry wants. Más is more. And plata, we established earlier, was silver. I'm going to rewrite it down here because it's kind of clustered. Henry wants more silver. Moss is here, silver is here. Henry wants more silver. Henry, quiere, wants, más, more, plata, silver. Yeah, so that's the fifth sentence. So those are all the sentences. And for a brief summary, and like 2 or 3 bullet points, it actually doesn't need that much. So we have that Henry goes on violent adventures with his pirates, and Henry is greedy. Well, that's kind of an opinion. He's greedy, and he has silver and a house in Jamaica. I think that's how you spell Jamaica. Yes. Okay, so that is the brief summary. Again, that's just an opinion that he's greedy, but I think that's what the text is trying to say or imply. And if you have any questions, let me know. And these are your 5 sentences for today. I will send you the PDF form. I made a mistake in it. I have to fix it, and I'll send it to you in like a couple of minutes after this video. All right, good night.